We are live, it says. No intro this time?
No
Um,
countdown?
no countdown. We got gypped. Well, we
What
didn't
an
need it
entrance.
anyway. Hey, everybody, we're here. It's yet another month in Argo land. This is our monthly Q&A. I am Dave Rose, sitting here aboard my vessel Stinkpot. You can sort of see the wheel over here over my shoulder. And with me this evening, of course, is Captain Jeff, the man himself, the legend, the founder of the feast, the founder of Argo, and the reason we're all here. And we have a special guest this evening as well. Jeff, do you want to introduce our guest? I think you should. You've known him
I
a
sure
lot longer than
can.
I.
With us tonight is Nick Gaffney. He's the president of Spot On Fishing, a really cool app, and he's going to be with us tonight. And a little bit later, we'll hear more about that and what he, all the cool things he has introduced into that app. But we can talk Argo first, answer any questions, and then we can bring Nick on. But it's
Thanks for having me.
you guys are in warmer areas than I am. I don't know, but maybe some of our guests are feeling it like me, but it's just been frigid.
Well, it's 44
December.
degrees out here,
well,
so
pretty,
I don't.
Okay.
We had that crisp 75 today here in South Florida.
Nice. Yeah, we just can't get warm up here. I mean, I know we're balmy Maryland, but it's been so pleasant the last couple of seasons. It's hard to get used to when we're down in the 20s, for a week, and it looks like it's going to be another week. But I've got my room cranked up here, so I'm pretty toasty. What I wanted to just introduce the tonight with is the latest release, which was a bit delayed. It came out today, but it had a ton of new features, kind of maybe our last big release for 2025. And I'll just kind of run down some of the features that are in that release, and any questions you guys have about any of it, just jump right in. We're keeping an eye on any comments, questions that come in. But first off, and maybe some of you have seen it, but we added a couple of new presets in terms of the depth shading, and just not new shadings for the sake of adding new shadings. These really do well with sun glare. So those of you that have been out on a nice sunny day, have trouble seeing our screen, seeing our map, we've added some depth shading that should make it a lot easier in those cases. One is all white, and one is more monochrome, just shades of black and gray. But check it out. If you're in the Florida area and you have a chance to get out on the water in the sun, let us know how it works for you. Another thing we did to kind of enhance the UI for you folks, particularly on a tablet, is we really increased the size of the gauges. A lot of our users have been older, having trouble seeing, and particularly on a tablet where you've got so much space, there's no reason to have really small gauges in there. So the depth gauge, the speedometer, the compass, you can make them as large as you want. Looks a lot better. And in fact, not just the gauges, but all of the icons, the buttons on that screen enlarge as well. Another thing we did, which has sort of been a pet peeve of mine, is and maybe others, it's really hard sometimes to see the boater icons. You want to see your friend out in the water, and sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not there. And we've done a lot of work behind the scenes to make that more reliable. So coming into this 2026, I think you'll be able to find your friends, group members much more easily out on the water. Let's see.
There's nobody out there tonight right
now. Oh, no. Are you in staging? Or are you in production?
No, I'm in prod.
Yeah, you maybe you need to go to San Diego. I don't know.
I think that's the problem. I'm stuck in Columbus, Mississippi.
Yeah. A big change. I think it better reflects what we're calling our captain's log. We've changed the name of it now to My Trips. Kind of goes with my pins, my reviews, but now all of your planned routes, your tracks, any imported routes or tracks. Everything goes under My Trips. The feature's still the same. We just renamed it, and we did put, for at least those people that are on a mobile device, we put My Trips under the Navigate button. So the Navigate button now will have the manual routing, auto routing, track, and then My Trips. Of course, you can get to it from the menu as well. So just a few changes. I think they were good changes. And minor thing, we changed voyage to trip. I mean, voyage is definitely a nautical term, but I don't think most of our users tell someone they're going to be going out on a voyage. Most people are taking a weekend trip or a long trip on the loop. Let's see, what else? This was a minor thing, but I think a number of our users had been requesting it. When you are routing and you drop down to see the various ways in which you could select a start or a destination. And you could search for a place. You can select one of your favorites. One of the things that we didn't have on there was My Location. If you're on the water, generally that will default to your start location, but there are times where they wanted to actually, it didn't do that for some reason. They wanted to actually force it to be, their current coordinates, their current location. So that's now part of that list. My pins, if you haven't checked out that section of the app, it's really a great way to organize all of your pins. We've improved some of the UI. Instead of tabs, we have now chips, and we've broken out private places and public places, but you can get that not only in a list view, but there's a map icon up in the upper right-hand corner, and you can tap on that and actually see your pins from a map view. So it's a great way you can add, delete, edit any of your placed pins, report pins, private pins right from there. And as I told you, we had a lot of features that went out with this release. So a couple more. We've been working on group feature, as you know, and we just added the ability allowing all members to add group pins. So, for instance, if your group is going to go out and do a race, any one of the members can add race marks, and not all of our users will see that, just your group. So, and you can add any pin you want, and all of the members of your group will see it, but no one else. Kind of a nice feature. Hopefully some of our group members will check that out and give it a try. And the last feature we released is kind of a pretty cool one, particularly those down in the Florida area. We've got a partner called SlipResi, and what they do is they offer you the opportunity to kind of check out to see if there's docks and tables available at dock bars and restaurants, on water restaurants. And you can use their app to book a dock or to book a table. You can go directly to their app or their website, but now through Argo, every dock bar that he has partnered with, you have an opportunity to go directly to his site. Every dock bar in Florida, and that's a lot of them, I think almost 300, you'll have an opportunity to click on SlipResi to book a dock or book a slip. So kind of a neat feature. It's a startup. He's just getting started. I think he's done a good job of partnering with a lot of dock bars, and he's already working on Alabama, and that's going to be in the app soon. Besides that, there were a couple of features that went out early in the month. As you know, if you're out in the ocean, you can choose one of our route options as Hug Shore. You can now do that pretty much anywhere in the app, which in most cases wouldn't be for most boats, but if you're a kayak or a small boat and you definitely don't want to be routing out in the Gulf and you want to stay close to shore, that's an option you can choose. And I guess one final thing, and we did interestingly, we had a lot of users ask for this. When you are creating a route, one of the options is favorites. Any private place, public place that you favorited would fall under favorites. And we had a number of users that wanted to delete those favorites, organize those favorites, search for those favorites. So, it just, I guess if you end up with a lot of favorites, it's an opportunity to manage them a little bit better. And I better quit. Like I said, we had a lot of new
Just
features.
keep going like this.
I could keep going. So I don't have my comments up. Maybe I need to do that. I don't know if there's any questions or comments that have come in.
Well, we might be getting some questioners coming here. I'm bringing them up myself because I was stuck doing demos. Let's see here. The wind. Somebody said the wind. I assume they might be looking for wind information.
We do have wind information. We do have wind direction, wind speed. It's a premium feature, but you can get a 7-day forecast of the wind speed, wind direction. Just a little preview, I guess, for 2026. We are working on a wind layer and wind routing. So there are a lot of wind-related features that are going to be coming your way next year. Actually, a lot of exciting features that we're working on now for 2026. So I think you're going to see a lot more associated with the wind coming soon.
All right. Oh, by the way, this is the last Q&A of 2025. And I just wanted to raise a glass, gentlemen, and thank all of our users and thank you guys for being here and doing this with me. Cheers, everyone.
Yeah.
Here's to a great 2026.
I don't know if we thought we'd still be here, but you're not going to get rid of us that easily. We're
right.
talking about 2026 already, maybe changing it up, making sure we have a guest each time. And I mean, this is a show for our users, so let us know what you want to hear. We're happy to try to accommodate.
And bring the questions, like this one right here. How is Doc Resi spelled?
Real question. Real question.
Did I say Doc Resi? If I did, that was my mistake. It's Slip Resi. So Slip, R-E-Z-I. So Slip Resi, R-E-Z-I. You can see it currently in Argo. It is out there. It's live. You can search on dock bars in Florida. You'll probably be able to pull up a dock bar and you'll see the Slip Resi button.
Awesome. That's a great feature. What are we looking forward to in 2026 , Jeff? I mean,
I'm not going to jump to 2026
but we probably should talk about 2025 first, shouldn't we?
Yeah. Before I do that, I just want to remind everybody on Instagram, we've got a contest going on right now. We are providing over $3,000 worth of prizes from our partners. The marketing team really outdid themselves with prizes this year, coordinating with all of our partners. It is on Instagram. I think all you have to do is follow the post, and you'd be entered for one of these prizes. But you've got to act soon because it's only good. It's going to be 2 more days. I think 10 o'clock on Saturday, the contest ends. But like I said, it's on Instagram. I think you just have to go out there, find the Argo site, and like the post, and you'll be entered. And it's got a list of all the prizes. You're welcome to take a look at them. They're super prizes. If not, as a prize, maybe as a Christmas gift. So check them out.
It's easy to enter, right?
It's really easy to enter. Yeah. I also wanted to thank our users that signed up for Lifetime over our Black Friday special, and those that did sign up for Lifetime, we've got a really nice gold plated hat that we're going to be mailing out to all of them. We had navy blue hats, but I think these are sharp. So again, thank you. Lifetime is still available. If you missed out on it, reach out to me directly. Maybe we can work a deal for you. But it is it's something we're proud that we have so many Lifetime Argo users. It's quite a community.
Definitely.
So with that, I did want to give Nick an opportunity to talk, unless we've got questions coming in, and we can grab them first.
Somebody is asking for a repeat on the Instagram prizes sign up thing, the address.
Yeah, maybe Stacy can help us out there. We can post that
She's not on Instagram, so I don't know that she'll find it.
Oh. All right.
Looks like somebody saw that Argo was being used. Look at that on an ocean-capable small sailboat today. Cool
Nice
stuff. Yeah, cool stuff.
We might have to reach out to them. Yeah, I can go out on my Instagram, but all of our Argo sites are either Argo Navigation or Argo Boating. I forget which tagline that is on Instagram, and you should see the post. But before we end here tonight, I'll pull it up.
I'm trying to pull it up right now. It's Argo Navigation.
Argo Navigation on Instagram.
Yeah.
On Instagram. Good stuff. All right. So what is on spot? I guess I need to know this.
Well, David's on spot's going to be a little bit different than what I do. I can't speak to that one.
Oh, spot on. Excuse me.
Second,
I got to get these glasses. Excuse me.
So spot on is what I consider and several others to be the #1 fishing app that's out there. It's much like Argo. We're driven by a community of members that really help build not just our features, but what we're doing next and how we build for the future and how we build better navigation together. What we primarily do is in the fishing market. So we provide ultra high resolution maps, whether they are enhanced aerial maps for clear navigation, or what we're known for is ultra high resolution bathymetric mapping, which is really nice detail of what's on the seafloor. So you can see every obstruction that's in your way, pinpoint all the different reef sites that are out there. And we couple that with some AI insights, a lot of community insights to help trigger places to fish more efficiently. And more importantly, just enjoy your time while you're out on the water, how to maximize those trips. And, as it's been building, we've been really happy with the feedback that we've received. And I certainly think that there's, some cool stuff on the horizon for us.
Yeah, Nick caught my attention at the Fort Lauderdale show last year. We talked again this year, but what he's doing with his mapping and his relief shading is really impressive. I think if nothing else, you might check out the mapping that he offers in Spot On. It's real impressive.
Yeah, we are iOS and Android based. So much like Argo, you can use it across several devices, and it's very easy to use. It's an affordable app. We do have a free version, but then again, we do have a different tiered subscription model. So it's available monthly or annually, and the regions that we cover right now, we do have a global sea surface temperature model. And then we also offer high resolution weather. And what makes our weather channel interesting is that we give the user the opportunity to separate rain from lightning. So if they want to be out on the water and say, hey, I don't really mind being in the rain, but I need to see where the density of these strikes are taking place, they can have that live overlay on their map wherever they go and easily adjust the opacity to it. So it's not abusive when you're trying to navigate with it. It becomes an ancillary tool, just another great tool to have on board.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I don't know how many fishermen we have on the show tonight or might see this, but yeah, check it out. It is a very good app. And like Argo, it's going to be getting better.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the best part about being in the app world, right? Is that I refer to it as a present you get to open year round. We're always doing updates. It never stops, right? This is the train that just keeps going. And much like yourself, I mean, I love every release that comes out. There's a lot of hard work that goes into it with the team. So much like all of us here, we can all appreciate what goes into it, but the outcome is always worth it.
So who's photobombing back there in the back?
Yeah, my cat had to get involved here. Yeah, that's
part of the show.
Is that a catfish? Yes, that's my prize catch.
There you go.
That's the comment of the night. There you go.
Gotta love it. Hey Jeff, it's been a year. We have had a heck of a year with Argo.
Yeah.
Some amazing things have come down the pike, and I think we really should try to enumerate some of the things that we really have killed it on this year. What do you say?
It has been a good year. It's clearly been the best year we've had yet, and I'm excited about 2026. So I think we might even outdo it next year. But we had a great year. In preparation for tonight, I put together our top features, and I think I had a list of like 40 features, and I thought about top 25, but it was just so much. We've narrowed it down to our top 10, and I just thought I'd give those of you that dialed in tonight just a treat of, and maybe some of you will remember when these came out, but I was just going to talk about our top 10, starting with number 10.
Here we go.
And this is a pretty new one, and it was a long time coming, but we cleaned up the overall navigation screen by eliminating the social panel, the social drawer at the bottom, and I think that was well received. We still have a social button there, so you still have access to friends, to the social feed, to groups, and everything we have in terms of, and I say social, but it's more really our community features. But it didn't take up, a large part of the lower part of the screen. And we talked about already increasing the size of some of the icons and the gauges. So we've done some work to improve the UI of the navigation screen. Number 9, just released. We for a long time been trying to figure out how we could do a better job with sun glare. Hopefully this will help. But we have some preset depth shadings for those of you that are premium users. You can turn them on when you're out on the water with the sun and see how they work for you, both an all white version and a monochrome version.
I have to say the all white, if you use that in satellite view, you get a lot of contrast against the land. Probably the same thing with the grayscale as well. But in satellite view, it just pops.
And Dave should know. Dave is on the water full-time cruiser, dialing in from his boat, right?
That's where I am.
Boy, I should let Dave introduce number 8 because it was another one that he was very excited that we finally released. But we have the app, and this came out about 2 months ago. We have the app working on a Mac. It's basically the tablet version on a Mac, and we are working on that tablet version. So this should get better and better going into 2026 in terms of being able to use the full screen.
Definitely, it's really nice.
Number 7. This is just a small feature, but I think my developers did a really super job. It's very clean, very snappy. It's just a simple measurement tool, allowing you to get kind of a A to B distance as the crow flies, and you can very easily move any pin, any of the 2 pins, and get that distance. So it's really easy to toggle on, figure out the distance to an upcoming bridge, an upcoming lock, and then toggle it off.
This is one of those things that I use a lot in the app, and I appreciate how simple it is, and it's accurate, and it's one of those tools that you just can't go without. But it's nice to have something that operates in such a simple fashion, and I will say that the dev team really crushed it on that one.
Great feature.
Number 6, a bit of a hidden feature, and hopefully moving into 2026 we'll make this readily available, particularly when you're on a voyage. Well, that's when it comes up. When you're on a voyage, you want heading information, bearing, that you're currently heading, as well as the course degrees, but also time and distance to the next point. Critical for racing, but a nice thing to have when you've got a route on the chart and you're trying to follow it. To get to it now, you have to hit the cursor, and there's a toggle in the lower right-hand corner. You can also go into settings and have it automatically come on when you're on a voyage. That's probably what we're going to do. We're going to default that to where it's on. If you're on a voyage, it'll automatically come up for you. You can, of course, turn it off, but we think it's really much too hidden right now. It's a great feature. Love feedback, as people begin to use it. If it's not, if we can tweak it, improve it, we will. Number 5, tides, currents. I mean, we've had tides in the app for a long time. You can see them in the upper right-hand corner. You can tap on that and get a 7-day forecast of all the tides. But this is talking to the 6,000 NOAA stations that are out on the chart, both tide stations and current stations. Just like you might expect from Navionics, you can tap on that and get a very slick, easy to use scroll to see a full 7-day forecast of either the tidal fluctuations or the current fluctuations.
It's an awesome visual, by the way. That one it's unique, easy, but it's easily my favorite tide and current station visual to use on any app by far.
Yeah, they really nailed it on this one.
Number 4. This would be Dave's number 1 if it was 100% complete. And it's getting close. It's not quite there, but it works on iOS. It works on Android. It works on most NEMA gateways. And if it'll provide you with your vessel information, your speed, your depth, your compass, your GPS. And if you have an AIS receiver, it'll display the AIS objects on there for you. But there's still some things that we want to finish, and we're not quite there. That's the only reason it's number 4 in Dave's book, or it would be probably up there number 1. But it was a big feature. It was one that we talked about for a couple years. Dave had been in my ear about it for since he came on board. So
yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. So it's great that it was a big feature for 2025 and made the list number 4. Number 3. This deserves a number 3 because we put a lot of work into this year, and not to say we're done, but the area in which you can download for offline has gotten 20 times bigger. We offer both our standard charts with the depth shading or the NOAA ENC. You can choose either one. You can even choose to download automatically a radius around your home port or a radius around where you are. So lots of options with this offline capability. And we just introduced offline routing. I should clarify that was offline manual routing. The auto routing offline we're working on. Hope to see that in 2026. So, and in fact, I'll say offline is really a big focus. We hope to have the app kind of operating almost by default in offline mode. And you can go online when you want various online features, but we'd like it to operate pretty much flawlessly offline, and we're pretty close to that. Number 2, and this quite honestly,
near and dear to my heart.
Did I skip one? Did we skip one? Or no, we didn't skip one.
So.
Yeah, number 2. To me, this is close to being number 1, but they're very related. We introduced big enhancement to our auto routing in the start of the year, but recently we added an option to stay in channel. With Argo, you have options to take the shortest route, an inside passage route, an outside route. You can tell it you want to hug the shore, but we never had an ability to say, I want to stay in channel. And it was a feature we really needed, and I think we kind of nailed it this year. It wasn't easy. It's hard to teach a program to stay between the red and green buoys and do it properly. And I think we did a pretty good job of it. So you can stay in the channel if you want, but you don't have to. You got a smaller boat and you want to take the shortest path, you can still do that. But we do have this stay in channel option. And to me, it's pretty close to the number 1 feature we did in 2025.
It's pretty killer too.
And number one, I mean, this was it's been around all year. I think it was January we introduced it. We had auto routing in Argo from day one. We have had very good auto routing, and that was 6 years ago. We released the app, but we never had the ability to add multiple points to tailor your route, add stops along the way, like an anchorage, a fuel stop, things like that. Drag and drop editing. Those features users have sort of become dependent upon and expected with auto routing. So January we dropped that capability. Again, like everything else our developers do, it's very easy to use, very slick, very snappy. So for us in 2025, and it's been there all year, that was our number one feature. And
Awesome year.
that was an awesome year. So I should have mentioned, but anyone has any questions that's in the audience about any of these features, happy to try to address them for you.
We do have a question that came in while we were going through the top 10 list. I'm pretty sure that. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I'm getting ahead. Regarding auto routing, here it is.
Yep.
Sometimes my screen and location icon jumps around. Is that a result of intermittent cell reception? If not, what can I do to eliminate or reduce these occurrences?
So your location, your cursor, I guess you say, jumps around a good bit, and it sounds like that may be with auto routing or just in general. That sounds directly related to GPS.
I'm going to suspect low speed.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily internet connection. It could, but I guess that could affect your GPS accuracy if it's going back and forth between having a cell tower and not having a cell tower, or just satellite alone. One thing to try there is to force the app to go offline and just operate in offline mode. See if that makes a difference.
We got an update here. He cruises at 6 to 10 miles per hour. So this is a feature, not a bug, and it's not our feature. It's your cell phone.
If you're talking about an iPad in particular, I think that's really where you find the issue with GPS at low speeds.
Especially iPads, but even on iPhones, it can bite because these devices are made to conserve battery life, and GPS eats battery faster than anything else. So Apple et al. Try to really throttle it at lower speeds. They expect you're probably walking. They don't suspect that you might be on a boat, and they really don't care because those of us using these devices on boats we number in the thousands, not the millions.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of this conversation on various boat forums, and there's a lot of, at least what I've read, a lot of options for external GPS. I mean, if you are operating on an Apple device at low speeds, you might consider an external GPS.
This is why we developed NEMA compatibility into Argo, is just to cure problems like this, among other things. But
yeah,
it really, if you got a NEMA gateway, tied it in with your GPS on your boat, which is the most accurate one you probably own, the problem will go away.
All right.
There we are. I see no other questions coming in. You suppose we've crushed 2025, guys?
We have, I guess, because
Definitely.
our half hour is up, but I'll talk a little about 2026, but not long. We'll save some of the surprises for later. You're going to see a lot of partnerships with Argo. If you're a part of groups, associations, you'll start seeing a lot more of Argo. We're doing a lot more integration with other marine partners, to just like we did with SlipResi, to bring more data your way, such as Waterway Guide. I guess a big thing for us, new architecture, binary routes, switching to Mapbox. This may not mean a lot to users, but you're going to see really increased performance from the app. And
They're going to notice it.
Yeah, they're going to notice it. So, and these
Yeah.
are all in the works right now. So I expect early 2026, you're going to see a new version of Argo, which is going to be a lot snappier and some new features, things we can do differently than we did before.
Definitely.
You're also going to see much better chart data as we start to bring in LiDAR data, some of the mapping that I talked about with Nick and the relief shading, expanding our footprint from North America to going international. So a lot of big things happening in 2026 for us. But of course, as always, we love to hear from our users. We try to prioritize what we're hearing from you guys and any bugs, any improvements, any new features, things you want to see. So let us know. We're always available. Dave and I are on the support line, support@argonav.io. Or you can reach to us through the app, the feedback button in the app.
Right. We did have one other question come in while we were chewing through 2026. And I'm going to just give a quick demo of where the stay in channel option is so that we can help this person. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Come on. There we go.
I will say it's available in the routing settings, but I like to make those changes as I'm creating a route because it's there's a shortcut to it.
Right. So what I'm going to do here, I've got my my chart up here. I'm going to find myself. There I am. I'm going to zoom in here, and I'm just going to make a quick route down the river here. So now that I have a quick route, I can come over here to the routing options. And let's see. Yeah, it's in here, right, Jeff?
Oh, it's right there. It's turned on. Stay in channels.
Yes, turned on. Stay in channels.
Yep.
There it is.
Yep.
So I could shut it off, and it would reroute, presumably still pretty close to the channel, but because I'm on a river. But
yeah,
I leave it on. I like it.
Yeah, you can find that same screen in our settings under auto route settings if you want to permanently set it. But once you change it here on the shortcut, it'll permanently be changed.
So there's the other route to it, right there. But there we are. We have we've done it. We've had one more in the books. It's time to start thinking 2026, and I'm looking forward to doing this again next month on the second Thursday once again. That is the plan, right?
That is the plan. Nick, thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. Appreciate it.
And all our users out there, happy holidays, and we look forward to seeing you again in 2026.
Definitely. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks so much.